Today is a very big day for risk quantification and risk management, because this is something you've been addressing for quite a long time with Safe Security, and you have a huge announcement you want to make. So explain, what are you announcing today?
The attack surfaces have grown exponentially, especially over the last few years, and cybersecurity has become a boardroom concern. You need to be able to talk the language of the business as a security executive.
We talk about this all the time.
So what we require is something which is not only easy to understand, but also go ahead and easy to operate and consume in terms of actually calculating what the cyber risk is and the impact to the business from cyber risk is. There needs to be a fundamental shift. Getting red, amber, green, high, medium, low scorecards, which go to board, which don't really mean a lot, will not cut it anymore.
Your red doesn't mean the same thing as my red.
Exactly.
Vice versa. I've heard this a lot.
We have gone ahead and embedded AI very deeply. Starting from all of this telemetry, the future of AI is with companies with data. So when we have all of that data, we throw that into a neural network to go ahead and predict insights and analytics on what is the next best step, what is the next best recommendation to mitigate your risk.
There comes to a point where you've built a sort of a very much a baseline, but you want to know, what do I do next? And it sounds like what you're delivering is, what's next?
The problem with most lists like CIS controls or NIST controls, they don't have context. And that's why you evolve beyond that. And then the problem still remains, because even if I give you some super complex analysis, which by the way is what FAIR was.
And then very quickly give a definition of FAIR for those of people who aren't aware.
FAIR is Factored Analysis for Integrated Risk. It's the gap standard for cybersecurity risk quantification.
We're doing so much lead up to your product. I want to hear it. Let's talk about it. This is the announcement today.
So we've automated FAIR. It's as simple as that. We've automated how do you quantify and manage your cyber risk using AI, not just from an inputs, but also from an outputs perspective. We're launching a brand new mobile application called SafeX. It's available on both the Android and the iOS stores. It's available for general public. Now, if you're not a Safe customer, of course, you get to download. You can play around with Gen AI, because you can go and ask any cybersecurity question you want, but that will be based on synthetic data. Of course, if you become a Safe customer, we plug in your data, your telemetry, but it at least gives you a perspective.
If I'm understanding correctly, the mobile app, if I'm just downloading to play with it, to experiment with it, it's going to give me this sort of public data information.
That's right.
It won't be able to marry it with my internal data. It's once someone becomes a Safe customer, that's where the marriage can happen, correct?
That's super accurate. And that is where the problem always has been that the dashboards have been too technical and too many. Now you have a mobile app, click, ask any question in your voice in a simple language, and you get an answer in less than 2 seconds. And that's powered by your telemetry and external threat intelligence and business context altogether.
What if I don't even know what question to ask?
It actually tells you, starting from when you wake up, a daily digest, that while you were sleeping, what changed outside from a threat intelligence perspective that's contextual to you. While you were sleeping, what did CrowdStrike and Zscaler detect in your environment, and what was its impact to your top risks that matter to your business? And by the way, it's not just a daily digest in the morning. If something crazy gets detected by Wiz right now, you get a notification on your mobile right now.
What is it that you learned from the questions they were asking to your tool?
So we were shocked to see even the most sophisticated CISOs start with some very fundamental, very basic questions. And this goes beyond the CISO. I've had CISOs say, can I use this and send this to my CIO? So very, very varied uses, which we did not think was possible while we were developing the app.
So SafeX is the product. You want to just go to the Safe Security site. There's the URL, safe.security. And if you go there, you'll get a chance. You can download the app. You can test it by just asking it the more public questions. But as I understand, when you want it to actually understand your risk, you can connect it to your environment once you become a Safe customer.